You know, everyone's talking about how katanas are so powerful and all that because you could charge them. Well, the thing is, katanas are not the only weapon that can abuse this mechanic very heavily. So can Palm Strike. It's just enough time to cause it to still activate right as I let go. And I was like, but the red things that pop up are supposed to pop up on you. So it's still giving plenty enough power. It lasts just enough time to activate it, and then it kind of goes away afterwards. You maintain the same stance for a long time, and Godfrey's icon also increases this. Charge spell and skills, which means stuff like this is a charge. This is all charge. Everything I have on here is charge. Even this is charging. It's kind of funny. So yeah, that's all charge stuff. Your katana could do a lot of damage, but so can the fists. Because there's charge things in all of it. Not only do you have speed to punch and kick, it's all charge. These two together, though, is ridiculous. Godfrey's icon and I don't know what to do about it. I see why everyone's doing it, because I just palm strike something for 2k. Over 2k. And my dragon alone could do 5. And that also counts as a charge. And the 25 faith requirement for a lot of things in this game, it's like, okay. No big deal, really. It's like, oh no. Yeah, if you do that thing here in the round table, it'll give you the whole map to work with. Like, if you go to invade and stuff and all that, in your round table, it'll let you have the whole map, even including the DLC map as an option. Barely takes any FP. I am granted the bare minimum of the stat boost, yes, but I'm still granted the stat boost nonetheless. Katanas do get the maximum out of it, which is true, but hand to hand gets the minimum out of it, which is more than enough to just one shot a player, regardless. 2k on a player is still 2k, and most people don't have more than 2,000 health. So it's game over getting hit once. And there's other options too. I only have this on because my helmet makes these really weak. Like, nothing in here is bad. Blue Dancer charm that people don't understand is, yes, it does give you more power based off your load, your equipment load. People don't realize, though, it only bases off the light, medium, and heavy. That's it. The 3 options. So as long as I'm light loaded, I'll get the max amount of damage output from the Dancer's charm, which is a 15% buff increase. And then if I'm medium loaded, it will give me a 10% buff, and if you're heavy loaded, you'll get a 5% buff to your damage output. Having naked doesn't do anything. It'll be the same as any other light load build. They're going off load type, not actual numbers. So being naked doesn't do anything, which I find a little ironically funny. So katanas are not the only. Dang it. Hold still, you little shit. I just gotta get it to hit once. Ah, fuck me. Ow. Ow. I can withstand a single bite. Everyone's like, oh, katanas are so overpowered. Yeah, you're about to see something. If I can get him to stand still long enough. 2k! I did 2,000 out of it! Just immediately in one palm strike, 2,000 damage. Not to mention, it's a voice breaker. So if I hit him 3 times, it'll knock him. The problem is hand-to-hand is very short range, yes. Ah, hell with me. Well, I can use my dragon spells. That also gives a buff to my dragon charges, because dragon is also chargeable. Gotta play this damn dragon like you would Monster Hunter. Is he really on second phase already? If he's on second phase, I need to reset my character. damn it, the host. Fuck. I walked right into that one. These are charge moves, by the way. Ah, I picked the wrong vial to drink. Yeah, but katanas get the max amount of charge, but there's other weapons that can get decent out of it too. It's not just the katanas. Everyone's like, oh look, I'm doing 2,000 damage. Yeah, so do I! Palm Strike also benefits from this, because you're charging it for 3 seconds, which is the bare minimum to get the first damage buff. And then it's 5 seconds for the second, and then 10 seconds for the max. So, not very special, since you are getting the max amount of a katana, yeah, of 2k, but my Palm Strike at bare minimum is over 2k. It's not different, really. I think they just changed it to Rilana's talisman will just give you max damage. Just get to the charge point of 3 seconds, max damage, you're good to go. Palm Strike also has the hyper armor, so you don't have to worry about losing too much of it. All you have to do is survive the hit that they do to you, and as you do to them. And it either is a trade or a win, or a loss. It's like rock, paper, scissors with timing, that's all it is. See? Yeah, I nearly killed the bastard if he didn't jump. But yeah, martial arts is just as good with Rilana's talisman. I think it's because he jumped I didn't get max damage out of it. Plus his range, he was out of the very center of the strike. He was on the edge of it. Because believe it or not, it's a big sphere. So depending on how deep they are in the strike would do the max amount of damage or not. Doing near 1,000 for one Palm Strike on the very edge of it is really good. I wonder what happens if I Palm Strike someone point blank. Would it instant kill them? Would it instant kill him if I do it on point blank? Because these are maxed out weapons, plus 25s. And on the very edge of the attack, it does 1,000. So dead center should insta-kill, right? Yeah, you get one shot at it. I get one shot to make that hit. Wow, that sucks. Though they did make those a lot faster. Holy shit, they weren't joking. No, with greatswords in real life, once you get swinging, you get to build up the momentum and you get to keep it. And if you keep swinging it, it'll just keep going. Until you can't, you know, have the stamina no more to wield it. In real life, yes, a colossal sword, that if it does exist, once you start swinging that fucker, you cannot stop because it'll be a pain in the ass to try to swing it again. I gotta get lucky and see what would happen if I do a one hit. Dead on, dead center on these fuckers. Point blank. What would it do? I guess to the DLC enemies, yeah, they're about the same as a player's stats. And I do about 2k point blank. Hey. Yo, Odyssey. Oh my god. Yep. 1,200 damage. That is a decent chunk of damage on a player. I can freehand it, motherfucker. Oh, I nearly killed him in that jump kick. Yeah, but... yeah, Pump Strike works with it. You're getting the bare minimum, though. Or a katana, if you hold it in the sheath, you'll get the max amount of damage output the thing can give you, yes. But that's max amount. I'm talking about like just it still affects it, because it takes 3 seconds to do a full charge, which is all it takes is 3 seconds to give you Rilana's talisman to activate. 3, 5, and 10. Granted, there's a better talisman for hand-to-hand anyways, but still. There's other weapons as well that can do the same effect. Now what I found is kind of funny, is these two combo together. This talisman, Ritual Sword Talisman and Red Feather Talisman, that has a little secret that people don't realize, but if you reach dead on dead center halfway point of your HP bar, and it's the highest it can be and the lowest it can be at the same time, you get a double buff of damage. For unless you heal or regen. I shit you not. It kind of a weird bug in it that says, oh, you have max health, but also you have the lowest health. So we'll give you ×5. So when you hit someone, it's gonna hit like a fucking truck. But you have to be dead center split on your HP. Like dead center middle of your HP bar. Not 1 HP over or 1 HP less. Dead center of 19,000. Oh, almost killed him. See how he barely sheathed that for about 3 seconds. He sheathed it and got full advantage of it. So either my HP is low or high, it don't matter. My damage will be buffed. Max HP, damage buff. Less than half HP, damage buff. So it's just attack bonus. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're 2 talismans. They're easy, really easy to get, and they also work off each other. It's like when your HP is low, you get a damage buff. If your HP is high, you get a damage buff. See? When HP attack power, when HP is low. When HP is max. So this works if I have high HP. This works if I don't. So when this one deactivates, this one activates. It's kind of funny. Works the same with this talisman, Ritual Shield Talisman, with defense. It's weird. It's such a weird setup, I know. Hell, did you know that right here, these 2 talismans are opposite of each other, but they only do it based off load order? As long as you're light loaded, you're getting the max a Blue Dancer Talisman gives you. Max. That is max. Light load. It doesn't matter if it's 0 or 32. It's still light load. Therefore, max damage benefit from Blue Dancer Charm. That's why fighting naked with Blue Dancer doesn't do shit. It's a misconception. As long as you're light loaded, you're getting the 15% damage buff. Medium load, 10% damage buff. Heavy load, 5%. Opposite for the other talisman that goes off 5% light load, 10% medium load. So medium load's probably the best loadout, period, for 20% outright if you have both talismans on you, for light load and medium load. And then you got heavy load, which would be 15% for that one talisman. So there's a middle ground. So you can always hit 20% light loaded or heavy loaded with the Dancer Talisman and the heavy talisman. Because watch this. This will put me in medium load, right? These 2 talismans. I'm getting a 20% damage buff. Just with these 2. Because they're based off your load, not your number. Your equipment load number don't mean anything. It's your equipment load itself, medium, low, and high, and heavy, that determine that. Which is ironically funny. So these 2 can pair up with each other and give you a 20% damage buff. And I don't think people realize that. They just assume the load number actually matters, when it kind of does, but it only determines based off of what load you're put into with that number. I don't think people realize that, though. trying to find a good gauntlet to go on. That will put me back into light load. I like having the wow, Godskin really does work real. There we go. Back into light load. I'll show you. I'm not joking about these talismans. I'm in light load, right? So right now, this is granting me a plus 15 damage buff. This is granting me only a 5 damage buff. But we're both in light load. I'll be getting a plus 20% damage buff from both of these at the same time. Combined. Only activates in combat, though, which is so stupid. See? It works, right? If it works, it works. You can't doubt it. It's just weird, that's what it is. And most people will be like, well, you can get more damage output if you use the other talisman. Yes, that's true. I also can get more if I use the roar. For the lower your HP, and then you use a shout, and then heal back up, you get to keep the damage, which is also a thing that you can do in this game. Shriek of Sorrow. Right there, damage buff. On top of my double damage buff. The lower my HP on this one, though, the better. So if I take a hit, shout, and hit again, it's gonna hurt. But it doesn't count as an actual shout, though. See? The shout works. That works. I don't know why it works. It just does. Also, it gives you poise. Having both talisman gives you poise. I get 2 extra poise. Woohoo! Most people are like, that's not a lot. 44 poise is better than my 30 poise I had before. I know, it's so weird. A lot of these talismans can multiply and double on each other. Which is probably why some talismans are not allowed to be connected to each other in a chain, neither.
Hey!
I got so much. My stats are through the roof right now, by the way. Look at like ultra ego going on over here. Yeah, it's just best to stay down for that. Oh god, he killed me! I forgot about that stupid move of his. Whoops, my bad. That's the problem with the Shout of Sorrow, is the fact your health is so low, getting one tapped is a possibility. Though you are powerful because of it, but... But the Blue Dancer Charm plus the Heavy Charm do build off each other. It does give you the bare minimum, but it gives you the most out of it. Out of both, it gets you decent. You know? Every talisman has a weird effect on each other. Like how many people who do multiple strike kits that can one-shot a lot of bosses in the game are also... well... you wearing 3 different talismans that build up damage through striking repeatedly. Now if I do this and drink, I'll keep my damage buff. Holy crap, just one hit did that much damage? Dang. There's a lot of possibilities. And Katana's being charged by the Renala's talisman, or whatever her name is. Her talisman is not the best thing, as they make it out to be. You have options. A lot of options. This is another one right here. Raises defense with higher equipment load. This is raising attack with lower equipment load. So I have low defense, high. Wait, this used to raise the attack. Wait, which one raises attack the heavier you are? There was one that does that. Where is it? Could have swore. Could have swore that talisman. Well, I guess it is a nice defense buff, but still. Where is it? There's a talisman that raises your... wow, I can get myself a nice 53 poise while light loaded. Wait, what? Isn't there a talisman that says that the heavier you are, the higher your attack is? Where is that? Stat-wise, though, I'm not bad off. It's all good. I mean, this doesn't look too bad. God, this is fast as hell now. I want to change the Astral War on this weapon, though. I get the shout works great, but... there's other options I can have to put on it that'll do just as much out of it. Damage-wise, though, this thing pumps out the damage, that's for sure. The risk is you have to have really low HP for a second, and then you could heal up and then just destroy a motherfucker. Though hand-to-hand is more strength build, but I have it as bleed because I can, and I was like, fucking why not? The problem with my builds is they're middle of the road builds. They're not the best at one thing, and they're not the worst at anything. So they're jack of all trades, master of none. You know, that's the thing about my build. I always like being the jack of all trades master in them kind of builds, because they're still pretty good and they can get you through a lot of shit. Endure is a good one. I wonder about this. Earthshake, I don't know if it's good or not. So as I'm kicking and punching, I can just go for it. Well, I'm already that close, yeah, that makes sense, right? But it only works on humanoids, which is the biggest problem about that attack. It only works on players if you're invasions. On any other enemy, it fucking just whiffs. It does nothing, anything. So I guess if you're gonna invade, it'd probably be one of the better options. Because if you hit him once with that thing, you're gonna full heal out of it, or at least get close to full heal out of it, and you're gonna kill your enemy most likely. Or at least get him really close to death. And I think it's a charge attack it counts as, because you can charge it up. Hey Vox, I'm just testing out something. Everyone's like, oh, the katanas are the greatest right now, and I'm like, no, they're not. Anything could use what they have right now. God damn it. That is a humanoid, by the way, so it does count on him. But I can't get close. Yeah, it's easy to make ruins than you would think. Yeah, it's not a hard challenge, really, to get ruins in this game, especially if you have certain weapons that can just farm ruins like you wouldn't believe. There's a weapon I like to use for that, and it farms. It just farms. That's all it does is farms, and it breaks stances. You flip a person like a pancake with it while farming ruins. You're just tired? Well, you can level your character up now 4 times and get yourself some nice stats where you want them. But 60 vigor is a must. No matter what build you do, 60 vigor seems to be the basic health pool you need. I'm gonna go get out my favorite weapon. 99. Oh, you're going for the one stat build, aren't you? Where you specialize in one and only one. You still need 60 vigor no matter what you do. Because you'll get one tapped if you don't one tap them. And you have to build around that one stat. Oh fuck. 99 vigor is level 150. Seems like a lot of effort for one stat. Yeah, 40 vigor is the minimum. Is the very lowest, and 60 vigor is what people expect you to do. This is by far my most favorite weapon in the game. This right here is the most powerful weapon I've ever had in the game. It works on bosses, players, duels, invasions. It works in everything. It's nothing to sneeze at either. It's a plus 25 weapon, by the way. It's the Barrett, what is it again? It's a Celebrant's Heavy Skull. Yeah, it's true. You always rebuild it. Now watch this crap. I'm not kidding about this crap being overpowered. Look at my ruins. Yeah. This is a ruin farm. A portable ruin farm. As long as you have the stamina, you can do it. Also, it can nearly one-shot, like this. It's a ruin farm that you take with you everywhere. It's my favorite weapon in the game. I designed it. It's a portable ruin farm. It's so fun to go whack. 20 ruins for every single swipe, but for the ability, if you use the Ash of War, you will get yourself a ruins. That's it. You just do it on anything, by the way. It works on anything. Plus 20 ruins for anything. Tiny sheep, plus 20 ruins per second. As long as the sheep could hold out. And now they give you a talisman that lets you get what you call it, see, flame is probably, I chose heavy because of that, but Heavy, yeah, goes straight into strength. Which is probably one of my second heaviest stats. Also works with magma. Eruption, it works with eruption, yes. See that sheep over there? Oops. I hit it with the original hit, so I gotta be careful with that. I gotta get it a distance off him. Come here! Come here, sheepy! Ta-da! Ruins. Do I have a phone? A flip phone that I'm using for my internet right now. Why? It's a 1999 phone. Why? It works fine. Probably why my internet sucks. I have never had a touchscreen phone yet. Wow, that's sped up. Wait, what's the difference between this attack and my lights? Holy crap, I just realized they buffed the hammers. Oh, wow. But who doesn't have a phone? Oh, my phone is a flip phone from 1999. It doesn't do internet. It can produce an internet signal, yes, but I have no touch screen or anything. It makes calls and texts. That's it. It's old school as you can get. Well, you can just you can still end your stream and be like, well, it doesn't matter as long as you got what you wanted out of it. Be like, well, no one came to see, which is sad. But I made 4 levels or so. So you know, you gotta just go with it.
Hey!
Oh, that's where they go, is that direction. Interesting. Oh, $10. Oh, okay. I'm making ruins while I'm doing this, by the way. Yeah, I just made a shit ton of ruins. I didn't have to beat the enemy for me to get ruins out of it. It's a portable ruin farm you take with you. You whip it out when you want to make ruins, hit it on the ground, and start mowing down enemies. Oh yeah, Melania. Being level 150 helps a lot. Believe me, it helps a lot. You can knock her out of her dancing blade thing she does in the air. You can knock her out of the sky with black flames, the big rock, flies, anything that could do a crit on her quickly can knock her out of her waterfall dance. Oh, then you'll be fine. Just remember, you can knock her out of the air when she goes to jump up, but you have to time it just right. Right when you're about to see her go in the air, you throw a giant rock at her, or a spell or an incantation that can knock her down. And have a mimic. Have your mimic do it too. Your mimic will help a lot. Yeah, that works too. As long as you get hit her in midair, it'll knock her down. Gotta do a status effect on her though. Or a crit. One of the two. My cat's purring on me right now. I don't know what to do about this. This gives you more defense, so if I get 5% defense buff. Wait, I remember this having a defense and attack buff. When did that change? Or I'm thinking of something else. Oh yeah, there's way better summons than mimics, yes. I don't know why everyone's like, oh, the mimic is the greatest. It depends on how you're fighting, because certain summons dominate certain boss fights. Black Knife, I try to use her, but she dies on the second phase real easily. Holy crap. I just realized how many things are active on my bar underneath my stamina bar. Look what's underneath my stamina bar. What the hell? Look at all that crap. I have so much stuff activated. What the hell is all that? A damage buff? Defense buff? I don't know. I could put more on too. Right here, this character, Sleeping Arrow Puppet. He's incredibly powerful. Since the DLC, he actually has Saint Trina's Sleeping Arrows. So now he's really strong. But I'm using the two here, Anna and Jolin, because they are 2 for 1. And they are insane. One's long range and one's close range. You know how Latana the Alberneric did a lot of damage? He puts him to sleep while doing it. She can't move, but he can. He has lower health though, compared to Lynetta. He does have lower health, but he has sleeping arrows, so. Also, they buffed this one. Nefeli Lu's puppet got buffed, so have fun with that. These two are twins. I like the paired up ones. But yeah, the Celebrant's Heavy Skull is such a good weapon. Yeah, it's insane, really. People don't realize how different this game lets you do whatever you want. It's just you have to build around it. And the fact I have this portable hammer. Who wants free ruins? I want free ruins. Give me ruins. Look at my ruin meter. Look at that thing go. It's just brr. It does that much damage as I wait to recharge my stamina. Yeah, this is just for ruins though. I'm just farming ruins out of this one guy. Look at the meter go. This is called Barrett, the portable rune farm. It's the Celebrate hammer. And if they're standing in the flames, you also get ruins for them standing in the flames. As long as you have the FP and the stamina, you can do this endlessly. Oh, this is just New Game +1. Flip them like a pancake. Go for round 2. There's one downside to this. It makes a mess. Don't mind me. I'm just covered in blood. I am covered in blood. Look at this. I am covered in blood because of the hammer. They're covered in blood too. This thing makes a mess. But I made 19,000 ruins on that one enemy. Works on bosses and duels and invasions. You want to make ruins? Just make ruins. This is the best rune, #1 rune farm in the game, by the way. This portable hammer. You need the Celebrate Heavy Skull. I chose Heavy because you need Prelude's Charge. Prelude's Charge gives you ruins per tick of fire damage and per tick of charge damage into the enemy. As long as you're doing that, you're getting ruins. Plus 20 ruins per second. And fun fact is many people know over here, right? There's a giant fire golem right here, right? Did you know if you do the Prelude's Charge into his leg, it's unlimited ruins as long as you want. Take 2 hours, 99 billion ruins. As much as you want. Just charge into his leg. Infinitely. I kid you not. You just use the charge into his leg, the hammer does the work, and you 20 ruins per second, the guy never dies, and you just sit there farming ruins. Infinitely. Until you feel like you have enough. Reach level 713 in 10 hours. You're just standing there charging into his leg. And with the blue talisman, you don't have to worry about FP cost. Because you'll charge up your FP just by standing there. And there's the stamina talisman too. What do you mean? You should have gained a lot of ruins. You don't have to fight. I was gaining about 30,000. I was gaining 30,000 a time. That's how I reached level 170 in an hour. Yeah, right here would be his leg, and you would charge into his leg with the hammer, and it'll start giving you ruins because it counts as an enemy. There's a lot of tricks. Oh, did you also equip this? The golden scarab. Equip the golden scarab too. It'll give you the max amount quickly. You may have forgot your scarab. Huh, that's weird. Then you should have gotten a lot, 30,000. Oh, were you fighting the giant bird that's there too? There's also a giant bird that gives you a crap ton of ruins. That's on a ledge. Yeah. You equip the talisman, you go over here, and there should be a bird on a ledge. Yeah, there's a bird on a ledge over here. And if you go over there, and the bird you can draw the bird into the fight with the dogs and the soldiers as well. And they'll fight each other. And then you take the other dogs in the back and pull them in. And then you pull the dogs in the back up to the front with the other soldiers so they have more puppies to play with. You gotta pull every enemy into the big cluster, and it turns into just a clusterfuck. Yeah, trust me, I didn't have any viewers for 5 years. Until eventually I started getting some people. Yeah, right here's a good ruin farm, but the thing is you have to trick the enemy. And to do that is to run over here on here. Let them get their attention in fighting. You see these dogs over here? You have to go over here to these dogs. This dog right here is important. Get his attention. He howls, telling all the dogs to come towards me. I come over here. Wait for them. Come on. Come on. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Come on. Then I bring them down here. Then all the doggies are now playing with each other. And the bird's over here. And then I just go poke the bird. Poke the bird. Come here, birdie. Come on, birdie. Let's go. See, you're gonna get ruins just for them fighting each other. And then get the birdie to fight the doggies and the soldiers. If the bird would ever go down. The bird's a bit of a trick. Ow. Yeah, this bird right here is a pain in the ass. You have to get him to come over here. This bird has 2,000 ruins, and now he'll fight in the grouping here. See how everyone's fighting each other? That's good. That's what you want. Now, I'm going to equip this here. And then just plow through. Choo-choo! And my ruins are off. There they go. It's just a ruin farm here. That's all it is. They'll fight each other. You'll get ruins. You can join in, get ruins. Yeah, it's fine. And also, this soldier over here is fun. He's minding my babe. Here, come here, little dumbass. And my soldier, and I just start ruin farming off this spot. And then I wait for my stamina to recharge, drink my blue potion, and then he'll come back around and I'll just slam down. Yeah, Moke's Palace is good. This works there too, by the way. Yeah, there's a rare weapon that guy drops, though a lot of people go for. That dog just fell off the cliff. Yeah, but look at my ruins right now. I've already made 30,000. Come here, you little shit. The amount of ruins you get from just the hammer alone, this hammer, is well worth it. I am covered in blood. And these dogs will fight the soldiers, and if there's any dogs left over, I just pop for some freebie ruins. Ooh, this dog has a lot of HP left. Let me just... Also, you get a lot of smithing stones here. See? Doggy go pop. And me get ruins. I'm at 76,000 ruins now from 30. Granted, there is no... You get no... What do you call it? Hyper armor from doing this, though. Sucks. Yeah, your golden scarab's good, but that only counts after you kill the enemy. This is during the fight. And I end up with near 80,000 ruins by the end of it. Anything else to fight? By the way, this is without the golden scarab. That's how many ruins I've made. Yeah, the more ruins always helps. Not to mention all the freebie skulls with ruins down here. I collect these. You collect so many of these that you don't realize that you've collected about 50,000 ruins after a given amount of time. Because they give you so many. Oh yeah, Melania was hard. I found her a bit difficult till I figured out ways to kill her. With a fire shield and a, the fire shield on top of the ice katana was a nice touch because they complemented each other. I freeze her with my sword and then burn her with my shield crash, which did knock her on her ass repeatedly. The original hit, if I hit, does a lot of damage too, but I'm mostly going for chip damage to get the ruins out of it. Plus it looks cool. If I just want to swing though, it does a shit ton of damage if I just normally swing. Oh no, you can do that. There's regenerating HP per hit swords too. I believe only one weapon does that though. Every time you hit, you start to regenerate HP, and then you equip the talisman, this talisman, Godskin Swaddling Cloth. Successive attacks restore HP. Yeah. With the Swaddling Cloth. By the time I'm done now, I have 85,000 ruins. Just it. Just 85,000 ruins for literally doing nothing but ramming a hammer into people. Yeah, Ronnie's questline is long, but good. Long, but good. My character is just drenched in blood. It's a good way to ruin farm, though. Yeah, depending on how you build your character, some enemies become a giant fucking joke. Don't know why, but some do. I guess it just depends on how you want to play, because they give you so many options to work with, you don't want to do what everyone else does. I get so tired when I see a bunch of people just doing the same thing because they saw it on Twitch or YouTube. It's like, everyone's doing this because it's OP. I'm like, congratulations, sheep. You have no brain cells to think for yourself to create your own character designed around you and your personality. Yes, I used my fists, yes. And the claws. Fist and claws, yep. And throwing weapons. I love those throwing weapons. I have no more bosses to fight in the game. I killed them all. I've beaten every boss in the game, yes. Even with my disability. And my heart problems. And my bad hand-eye coordination. Hey, you remember how much of these guys are bastards? How do you like to make a joke out of this fucker? Give me ruins while he twitches. I'll start new game Journey +2 soon. Yeah. I could turn this guy into a joke. Oh look, he can dance! Oh my god. Dance, bitch, dance! Then I flip him like a pancake. By the way, I'm healing when I do this. I'm healing when I'm doing this, by the way, because of the swaddling cloth. The flames do damage too. And I'm healing. It's good. It's really good. It's such a good weapon, people are sleeping on it, not realizing it. I can make it even stronger, but I don't want to kill my enemies too fast before I can farm enough ruins off them. Because, you see, I need the ruins. I wanted the ruins when I built this weapon. So it became a ruin farm. A portable ruin farm you take with you wherever, whenever, and fight whatever you want with it. Wait, where's the thing? It's the unlocks, too. Oh no, that's just how it ends. In other words, she says she's gonna come after you. That's about it. Her role is to take you out now. From companion to enemy kind of thing. That's why people think it's the coolest ending, but also the weakest of the endings. Oh, you can fight her if you go to the Caelid Swamp at the right time. She will invade you. But I forget what part of the what part of the Caelid Swamp does she evade you in? I've killed her a couple times. She doesn't die permanently, but she will invade you there. Yeah, I believe she invades you somewhere over here. I believe she invades you somewhere over here, because I come out of here, walk down, and I'm being evaded by Millennia somewhere down here. So she will evade you. But I think it's at a certain time of day And I don't know, remember what time of day that you need to be invaded by her. Yeah, it's purple and it's very pretty. I think her eye is very pretty. You see that hammer I'm wielding, the Barrett, that hammer I use for ruins, and the Ash of War it uses. Yeah. But this weapon I'm wielding right now, it is very good. But the problem is I can make it even stronger if I equip the Godfrey's icon, because it's a charge and a skill. So it does both. And if I take this off and change it with this as well, these two talismans will give it a damage buff. This will let me regen my FP back, and that the swaddling lets me heal with it. If I get him in it once, and it only takes once, it's game over. I'm level 201. See how it just caused damage? I just gotta get him in it, though. That's the thing. Yeah, the problem is I knocked him down to the ground and didn't get him caught in it. Yeah, I didn't get him caught in it. You have to get him caught in it. I knocked him on the ground, which is a big problem. But somehow I caused bleed. Did you see that? I actually caused bleed somehow. I don't know how that happened, but okay. I'll take it, I guess. Oh, that's right. I could also enchant it. Forgot about that. Yeah, I've tried that. It's okay. If I want, I could put on the enchanting spell to make my weapon bleed. Where is it? It's right here. Anything. I've used all sorts. If you've watched all my old stuff, I switched through builds like crazy. I have 91,000 runes. See how I got this right here? Blood Flame build? Blood Flame? Well, if I go back to my Ash of War, go here, and choose Heavy, I can now enchant it for bleed. Make myself light build again. There we go. Wait, why am I so heavy? No, that can't be it. This is only 8 pounds. I'm still heavy. Interesting. Or do I have arrows on? What do you mean, arrows? I don't have arrows on. I have Godfrey's icon in the Shard of Alexander. Yeah, I can't do nothing unless I get time to set up. He wouldn't let me set up. He just went in my face and I can't do nothing about it. I did get ruins out of him though, so at least I'm benefiting. Yeah, that build you saw right there is known as the noob build. They build it because they can't fight any other way. They just go for complete poise so they can just poke through and trade, and that's all they can do. They got no other skills beyond that. And if you kill them, they'll bitch and moan about it. Because it's supposed to be the best build kind of bullshit. I find those all the time. They're annoying. And boring as fuck. Oh, you mean the arrows equipped in my quiver? Yeah, they don't weigh anything, and I can't put them in the thing because I have maxed out all my arrows. Yeah, I have maxed out all my arrows. Can't roll out of it, dude. You can't roll out of it. You can't roll out of it. See what I just did there? That is the power of the Celebrate Hammer. I think I pissed him off. Yeah, works on bosses too. That is the power of the Celebrate Hammer at max. And I made 5,000 ruins off that. I gained ruins in a duel. No, this hammer is broken as fuck. I built it a certain way once where I was just killing bosses with it. The Celebrate Hammer is... People are sleeping on this weapon. If I could set up the two things that I need to make it work. This spell... the blood spell to turn it into a blood bleed weapon. And then the other one so I can just self-heal. That's it. That's it. That's literally the whole thing. The whole shtick. Doesn't matter how strong your character is. It ignores your armor and your poise. Also, I can build up bleed inside. As long as you're touching my flames, you'll also build up bleed. See? Don't touch the flames. They're also bleed. You're touching the flames! I wouldn't! Don't touch the flames. You'll bleed. Yeah. It's more powerful than people realize. People are sleeping on this damn thing. Yep, and it's a ruin farm to boot. Think about that. It's a ruin farm. It's a portable ruin farm you take with you into boss fights. You don't lose. You win. You cause bleed. You cause death and destruction. This is why I made a video of Barret. The portable ruin farm. It's the #1 ruin farm in the game. No matter where you go, it's a ruin farm. I already have 93,000 ruins. Damn. I was making just bank. Shard of Alexander buffs it. Godfrey's icon buffs it. And Swaddling Cloth buffs it. Also, what everyone keeps bragging about is Renala's cameo also buffs it. Yeah, congratulations. I actually got one of my videos to hit over 1,000 finally, but it's nice. See, did you know these three can stack with the these three are just insane together. With the Celebrate hammer, this is insane. Yeah, but it's only one video, and it's Fallout 4 on how to change your how to reset your what do you call them? What's the thing? Your provisioners. Because no one made a video about it, so I did, and I got a lot of views because no one else did it. It's not invincible. It's just powerful. Run, bitch, run! Oh no, I caught you. I caught you. It's too late. I caught you. It's too late. You're dead. Look at all that HP get ripped out of his ass. Oh no. It don't matter. You're in the fire. The fire causes bleed. Whoops. Shit. He was standing in the fire and it causes bleed buildup. No, you can. You can heal in PvP. I just took off the talisman for healing. I put on Relania's cameo. I equipped this. Relana's cameo. Enhances attacks exceeding after maintaining the same stance for a while. And Prelude's charge is the same stance for a while. So this gets a damage. This causes a damage buff. This causes a damage buff, and this causes a damage buff. And the hammer is doing about 1,000 damage per second or so, or something like that. Its damage goes up to 1,000 while I'm charging. But if I wanted to heal, all I have to do is equip this. Godskin Swaddling Cloth. I now can heal. Oh, it's a strength physic. It's a strength defense physic. My wondrous physic gives me a boost in strength and gives me a boost in defense. It's the opal hardened tier and strength not crystal tier. Because I want to buff my strength so my crucible hammer could do more damage. This hammer is no joke. People are sleeping on it. And you get the hammer for free. No fighting needed. You just go get it. You don't have to fight any bosses to get to it, by the way. You just go and get it. And then you have to fight one guy to get the Ash of War for it. And you don't have to fight no bosses to get to that either. You just have to get to the guy, kill him, take the Ash of War from the weapon, and add it onto the hammer. You're done. It's 2 things. It lays on the floor. Yeah. I'm pretty much just mowing down my enemies. That's it. I'm mowing forward. If you're holding the same stance, the cameo activates. And this is the same stance for a long period of time. And the fire on the ground does cause damage, and if you gave it bleed, it will cause bleed buildup. So yeah, this is very much a thing. And it lasts as long as you got the FP, it will keep going. And if you have the stamina, it will keep going. Choo-choo bleed train. Because if you choose heavy with it, I can enchant it with bleed, like this. And now it causes bleed damage. And it looks cool. And if I do this now, the flames on the ground will cause bleed buildup. This is by far being slept on. Works on bosses too, like you wouldn't believe. Because it stun locks. And then the bleed buildup goes so fast that it causes them to die from the bleed buildup. And the flame also causes bleed buildup because the weapon was enchanted with bleed. And then I have all the other fun spells to go with it, like this. Yeah, it's a good weapon. And since they buffed the speed of it, it is insane. The fact I got 94,000 ruins from this. You make 1,000 runes a duel. I make a free 1,000 runes in a duel because of that. Works on boss fights too if you're careful. Some bosses have so much poise though it doesn't matter, and you can't knock them or cause them to, twitch out like you're supposed to. Works on Mesmer. It is funny to do to Mesmer. I joined a player and just rammed Mesmer into a wall with this, flipped him like a pancake, and immediately started second phase in one go. And the player just watched as I did it, and he was probably thinking like, huh. Because Mesmer was bleeding out like crazy. Blood was just spewing everywhere. He couldn't do anything. I locked him in a corner. He couldn't do his jump attack. He couldn't swing his spear. He was stuck. And then it reset him in the middle, and then we had to dodge the snake forms, and I couldn't get him in it again. All I could do is hit him with it once in a while, but couldn't lock him in place. Because his snake form has massive poise, so he always broke out of the damn thing. Did kill the guy, and get the win for the guy I helped, but it's still, I wonder what he was thinking just watching me abuse Mesmer in a corner with the Celebrate Hammer. Everyone thinks this weapon is crap, but it's not. It is outright powerful. For God's sakes, it has 504 damage by itself. It's 504 power on its own. That's no thing to sneeze at on a fucking one-handed hammer. Hell, the hand axe is powerful too in that regard. But it doesn't got the girth that you need. Those bloods on the floor is all the people who died down there trying to fight the guy that... You never went down there, Vox? There's a guy down there that you fight. There's an invasion that you get in the round table hold. You just got to jump over the railing and fight him. He's powerful though. He uses ice and a the Reaper's thing, and he is a pain in the ass. Well, if you don't know what you're doing, he's a pain in the ass. I recommend spending your runes, then jumping over the railing in the round table hold to go fight him. He's fun. He'll kick your ass.
Hey! Hey!
Invade this, bitch. So much for your invasion. Look at him run now. He's probably thinking like, oh, fuck. Invader be thinking like, I can take him, I think. Be careful, those hurt. Okay, bitch, I can take you. Ow. Yeah, I'm gonna die from the big giant. That invader, though, nearly got their comeuppance immediately. Because the guy wanted help with the giant, right? The giant's not that hard, actually, by yourself. You summon one of the mimic tier or whatever you like, and then you just hit its legs until it goes down, and then you just end it with a single crit. That boss fight is not hard. I think it was the invader that made things worse, because that's a boss fight invader can help fight against, and that's not fun. No one likes it when a third party gets involved. The only problem with the heal factor with that weapon now is they kind of nerfed the swaddling cloth to where it's not as active as much as it used to be. Because it used to be with Prelude's charge. Is that true? Because I have Frenzy Flame dies. I'm the Lord of the Frenzy Flame right now. Oh, yeah. That giant goes down like a sack of potatoes. He's not very difficult to beat. But I loved how that one guy thought that one invader thought he could just charge in, and I literally rammed him against the wall as he kept bleeding out, and he ran for his goddamn life. Like, holy shit! Okay, I'm gonna be getting off pretty soon though. But yeah, people are sleeping on that hammer though. Prelude's charge on the Celebrate hammer is just icing on cake, and that cake has strawberry slices and it has pudding on the side. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's just so good. You even could get a decent amount of ruins out of a sheep. And the fact you're just making ruins for the sake of making ruins. It's a portable ruin farm you take with you wherever, whenever, however. Boss fights included. It's just yours to play with. And it's so easy to get. No boss fights to deal with. Nothing like that. It dispatches invaders really fast. As you saw, that invader nearly crapped their pants. Look at that! Look at that thing bleed! Holy crap! He almost dead already? Hey, I just made ruins off that. Didn't need to kill the bastard either. Just needed a charge at him. You make ruins. It's just a portable ruin farm. It's the best portable ruin farm. Celebrate daggers? Yeah, they're okay. You need 2 of them to get the plus 20 the hammer naturally gives you. And people are like looking at it and going, "Oh, we need this and that, this and that."
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Oh, whoa, they gave him more poise, didn't they? I had him pinned. Oh, there it goes. I got him pinned all of a sudden. See? It does work on the boss. I just did about 5,000 damage. Wait a minute. That worked. Way better. I know I got him pinned one time. But that was before the update. I think they gave the guy more poise. Because before the update, I was playing around with. Yeah. The bleed activated right as I was leaving, and it just splattered blood everywhere. And the fact I can heal small amounts. Yes, it works on dragons like you wouldn't believe. I swear, I used this hammer on a couple dragons. The dragons didn't stay standing for very long. I think they went down in like a minute. Look at that damage. Now if they stand in my flame, does blood build up again. And then I just stand in the flames and do blood build. And then one swing. That's all it takes. I run out of FP doing that though. That's the problem. You run out of FP really fast. But the amount of damage I'm doing, I don't think it matters, does it? It's a good weapon. Just like how I use a shield on my right arm. You know how people are like, you block with your left hand? That's not true. You can block with the right hand too. Shield bash and shield crash can block while you attack with it. You run out of stamina like you wouldn't believe. So 55 and 60 stamina is a must. But you can block with your right hand. With the shield. And have a katana in your left hand. Or any weapon you want in your left hand. Very much a thing, yes. That's how I beat Millennia, believe it or not. Shield in my right hand for shield crash, and katana that ice in my left hand was ice katana Nabakiba, and a shield fire thorn crash in my right hand, and I blocked her moves while crashing her to the ground. worked too. Beat her on my 7th try. It only took some effort because I had to figure out her moveset and how to wield it properly. But yeah, I've tried all sorts of things playing this game. I've tried every weapon, I've tried every art, I've tried every spell, and every incantation. I've tried it all. And this can get more powerful, by the way. Look at my ruins, by the way. Just look at it go. You kind of don't want this weapon to kill so fast, but... The problem is, you don't want this weapon to be so powerful, because if it's too powerful, you won't get enough ruins. You won't build up enough ruins from the portable ruin farm if you kill them too fast. That's the downside to it. Because if I wanted to go pure, maxed out damage that this build can do that is so dirty that you'll be pissing yourself afterwards, and laughter and also max damage. You want to see the max damage this thing can output? I could show you. These 4 talismans all buff this weapon out the goddamn ass to where it's no longer usable as a portable ruin farm, but it does mow down enemies rather quickly. Unhappily, though. And then I need to get a certain incantation. Oh boy. Replace that with what? Oh wait, I have to get it out of my thing first. Where's Golden Vow? Yes, I'll take it out. Memorize spells. Replace my Bestial Charm. Okay. The Blood Flame Blade on this weapon gives it a damage buff on top of fire damage and bleed damage, which is what my build is built around. His bloody, bleeding ice, whatever. Status-wise, I'm 60, 30, 55, 33, 23, 15, 25, 45. That's why my arcane is so high. Then I do this. Golden Vow. For my damage, and then just rip the enemy to pieces. Yes, you need to. There you go. 8,000 damage in one go. That's how much this can output. (1,482) attack power on my weapon. Told you. That's if I wanted to go all out. But then it kind of ruins it as a ruin farm because you want them to live long enough to farm out of them. 1,482 attack power. It's at 1,180 and dropping because I'm no longer doing the prelude charge. Yeah, if you're sleepy, then go to sleepy. Sleepy needs sleepy. Go sleepers. This is one hell of a build. Yeah. This build, though, I swear, is just cancer. And not to mention it's a ruin farm, so there's probably stronger weapons, yes. Quickly, my stats, 1,489 attack power. You too. As you see, my stats are 1,489. My armament is 500 on my left hand. So if I use any of my dragon spells after an attack like that, it gets a 500 boost as well. This is by far the strongest build I've ever made in the game. There's a reason I don't use it, is because it is an FP out. It just drains your FP, it drains your stamina, but you will just outright destroy anything. And then after a little bit of time, yes, your stats do start dropping back down. Back down to what they were beforehand. But yeah, you could just devastate bosses with it. It takes some getting used to, but once you do, it don't matter. It's a medium load, which I would prefer a light load, so I'm going to switch over to this. To the Arbox machetes, Arbox boots, Death Knight's armor, Divine Beast helm. And by the way, these two parts here and this right here buff these two as well. So you're getting buff on top of buff on top of buff. And then they stack on that buffing. So, yay! And you're a light load. You're far from a pushover. You're the opposite of a pushover. You are a dominated force that will just obliterate your enemies. And many people take it for granted, thinking like, I won't take much damage, and as they watch their health bar get ripped out of their ass, rethink their entire life decisions. Like, wait a minute, but it's not supposed to be this powerful. Well, I'm built around just the hammer. Yeah, I lose FP, yes. But would that matter after I just do this? Now bleed for me. And stats now. My stats say 4,000, yep, 1,489, near 1,500 attack power added on top of it. And, wait, it went back up. Wait, what? What? The numbers go up and down, they fluctuate apparently. That's just crazy. This is a crazy build that no one knows about. Also, it gets stronger if I drink this. I didn't even top off all my power. It is an insane amount of damage. And people don't realize how much damage it does. People think, oh, it's a Celebrant Hammer, that thing is poo-poo. It's like, yeah, sure. I'm about to literally mow down the boss. I'm about to mow down a motherfucker. Hope you don't mind me just choo-chooing your ass. The only problem I have is that some bosses have such high hyper armor, it don't matter what I fucking do. it's gonna either we're gonna trade or I'm gonna win or lose. There's no other option. It's go in or go home kind of thing. Watching the health bar go bye-bye though is funny. There's a few bosses that just get molested by this weapon.
Hey!
Also, you could withstand a lot of damage. It's amazing how much damage I can take with this. Okay, I need to reset up. Get close enough to the bitch where she doesn't run away! Stop running away from me! I can do a lot of damage right now with my dragon skill. Because I got buffed. It buffs my dragon, by the way. It also buffs how much damage I do with bleed and dragon. Because it gives me plus 500 bonus to my dragon status. So if I hit you with that and get my buffs, and immediately pull out a dragon claw and hit you with it, or the dragon's bite, you ain't living. It's over. It's literally over. There's no point. Just one hit is 10,000 damage. Because the multiplier is different when it comes to spells. I guess it also would work on any bleed spells I pull out too. So I guess it would just depend. The Celebrate Hammer's something else, I gotta say. That amount of damage, though, holy hell. It works, it's just I messed up on a few things. You gotta know when to pull out. You know, some guys need to learn how to pull out in time, right? So you gotta know when to pull out, run away, get your bearings again, and go back in for round 2. Am I right, ladies? This is insane of a build. I always have heal from afar. It's the best healing in the game. That Scarlet Rot enemy, though. Black Flame gets a buff. All this gets a buff from what I'm doing. These 4 talismans all build off each other and buff me. See, this is incantation scaling of 306. I could bring that to 500. This is only about 500 in its own right. So it is it is doing damage. It is doing a crap ton of damage. And not to mention with the scaling with my Asbach armor and my death armor on, which helps my dragon incantations, and my dragon incantations also get buffed on top of that, and so does my bleed get buffed off of that. It's just one hell of a bleed buildup. It makes rivers of blood look like a trickle. It's got nothing on Celebrate's hammer. People will be like, but there's better hammers that can do that then. Yes. But you're not getting ruins from it now, are you? Free ruins is free ruins. It's a fucking portable ruin farm that can do insane amount of damage. Uh-oh.
Hey!
Damn. See, I didn't know when to pull out. But I did about 11,000 damage. They did do lightning damage, but I was doing a lot of bleed buildup. I kind of should have ran behind him and just kept running behind him with my attack. See, a lot of this is my fault. I know I did wrong by not taking the Celebrate Hammer, running around to the back end of him, and keeping behind him the whole time. Because just going around in circles on the bastard will do a lot of damage. And prevent him from hitting me. And there's probably a way to buff it beyond that. But I believe the Celebrate Hammer is not fully maxed out yet either. Maybe. I think. Is the Celebrate Hammer all the way maxed out? I gotta check. If it's not, then, oh dear lord, it could get stronger. No, it's not. Oh, shit. It's a regular hammer that... Oh, dear. Because you can... As people do understand that there is better hammers. I mean, there is way better weaponry I could use that's not the Celebrate weapon, right? Because I can go down here to axes and do the same thing. I can choose one of these better axes that gives me innate bleed build up on its own and use it, the preludes. You just don't get the ruins out of it, right? Like this with the charge. It works. I could take the Morning Star, I could take any of these weapons and do the same effects that lets me, you know, put an Ash of War on it. A lot of people would recommend probably this, Great Stars, since you could put Prelude's Charge on it and just charge in. This also has it. This is what originally had it. Prelude's Inferno Chrysler, but it doesn't hold a candle to any of the better stuff. Like Blood Fiend's arm had a blood buildup, right? Had. Key word. They took it off because people were breaking the game with it. Here we have the spear, right? This can this spear have that Prelude's charge on it? If so, it can actually do quite a bit of work. Because I believe this can be done with it. Let me check. No, you can't give it Prelude's charge, I don't think. No, you can't. It'd be broken if you could. They may have restricted Prelude's charge to weapons that cannot have a status effect. Okay, that makes sense now. Because there's weapons you could choose, right? That would be a lot stronger. I believe there's a few great swords that can do it too. That can use Prelude's charge, if I remember right. Is Prelude's charge a hammer only thing? I'll have to check. If it's an axe and hammer only thing, there's some weapons that are just really good. Yeah, Lion's Claw on the hand axe is just... oh god, it's orgasmically good. I believe it's on great weapons only, so it would only work on one of these. I gotta test and see if it's only on hammers now. They've switched some stuff around. Let's see, can I? Yeah, you can. So Great Omen's Cleaver could be Fire Great Omen's Cleaver. Yeah. Or you choose Heavy for a reason. I gotta go back to the round table real quick. Upgrade this weapon to max. The Celebrate head, though, is ruins. It's a portable ruin farm, so you can't really complain about its damage output. And since they just buffed Great Swords, Omen Cleaver is about to get a whole new another level of bullshit. Okay, don't have the... I have more than enough smithing stones and ruins now. There's no toy out of my range to play with. Okay, that's that. I need to make a duplicate. As you can tell, I got a lot of just shit in this game. Yeah, I could choose flame because it has natural bleed, huh? Okay. Now let me equip whatever, which one here is the strongest? 644, 615. So the Omen Cleaver, huh? God, I hate how heavy that is. This would make me light. This makes me a little lighter. This makes me heavy as fuck. Let's give it a quick test run. I know if I hit him once, it's game over for his ass. This is stupid. I can't believe how powerful this actually is. You ever want to bleed someone to death while running them over at Mach 20? Just run them ass over. Run that ass over.
Hey!
Oh, you have a bonk hammer? Cool. Yep. I knew it. That's what he's going for. Well, I got my damage buff, but wait, can I not do damage to him at all? I can't damage the guy. Oh, that sucks. That is just ridiculous. And why didn't bleed build up? I don't understand why I couldn't do no bleed buildup. Wait, did it take away my bleed when I equipped it? No, it shouldn't have. It's built into the weapon, right? I have to check it. If I lose the bleed buildup because of it. No, it's still there. What in the hell's going on? Let's go with strength. Let's see if that helps any. That means I'll have to buff it by hand, but that's fine. Didn't I expect someone to go full defense? Though some people are trying to test out the immortality build. That can make sense. He could be trying out the immortality build. Yeah, there's a build where you're immortal. That's gonna be nerfed immediately.
Hey!
You think I care about your stupid Relania swords of doom? By the way, standing in that will cause you to bleed. Yep. That still works. Yep,
That works! By the way, how heavy is that attack now? It's okay, but the Celebrate Hammer seems to do it better. Is it me, or does it seem like the Celebrate Hammer has a better time with it? Or is it just the way I feel about it? It could be a bias. Let's try this weapon instead now. Yeah, let's go with the Morning Star. I think it's because people don't take the Celebrate Hammer seriously. When they see it, they think nothing of it. And so it gets away with a lot more. I think the Celebrate Hammer gets away with a lot more. It has less range, but people don't take it seriously. But my build literally just says, screw you, I'm running your ass over. It is pure damage. You cannot outpace the damage this thing builds. It bleeds you too. See, that's the problem I'm already seeing. Is people are getting behind these weapons. Yeah, it buffs it. It buffs it all right. Oh my god, that gave me a buff to my my dragon. Holy crap, that's insane. I just smacked the guy for 1,000 in the back of the head with my dragon claw. Because I got a buff from running him through for so long. See, that's the thing though. The Celebrate Hammer is better at tight turning, close quarters, and is easier to wield. Makes you a lot lighter, so you can light roll. Builds up the status a lot faster. So, even with these two hammers... Now, hear me out. Even with these two hammers having as insane amount of damage output of 541 and 518, and the Celebrate being a measly 504, the Celebrate is closer, faster, and builds up quicker. And people do not take it seriously as a weapon. It's only 10 less damage. But it goes up to 1,489 in under 5 seconds. Meaning, it can just mow down a player, cause the bleed, I switch over to a different spell if I desire, and insta-kill them. Or run them over again. See? It's got speed on its side. And now that I did that, I should have a buff to my blood incantations now. See? The hammer's just better. The Celebrate hammer's better when it comes to the outright stats. It gets its buff. It does well. It gets a buff from all those talismans, by the way, that I have equipped. All of them buffs it. Every last one. Because I'm holding the same attack while charging in. It's doing bleed damage because of the enchantment. This gives it a buff because it greatly raises attack power with successive attacks. Of successfully attacking it. Greatly boosts their attack power of the skill. The Prelude Charge gets attack buff. Enhances charge spells to Prelude Charge. And enhances attacks executed after maintaining the same stance for a while. Prelude's Charge is the same stance. I'm just doing damage while doing it at the same time. So, yeah. That's the thing there. I could two-hand it. That works too. I could hand sack two-handed weapons while I'm at it. Enhances charge attacks. Ooh, I could do that too. See, there you go. You got so many options with this. It's insane. This is an insane damage build, and it makes me. I'm a lightweight. I'm still light loading at 33.5. All this helps and buffs these two items. When I created this, I didn't think it'd be that powerful. I thought, like, yeah, fun little thing, portable rune farm, right? Well, the portable rune farmer could turn into one portable little backhand to the back of the head real bad. See? He took damage just by standing in that shit. See? That happened. And now he's probably thinking, what the fuck? And since I'm light loaded, damn it! The second hit would have insta-killed him. That broke his poise, and he's wearing one of the strongest, highest poise armor in the game. Think of that. And if he didn't stay down, and I went to go for another attack and hit him, it would have killed him. Because of the damage buff that was temporarily given for my charging at him when I did. The longer I charged at him, the more power I built up. Yeah, this is a fucking thing. Katanas don't mean shit. Yeah, they're fast and quick. But if you can't get the attack to go off by the time I nail you with my hammer and put you in a charge, your katana ain't gonna do diddly squat no matter how long you charge that fucker. You dead. Or at least you're close to dead. It's an insane build just for 2 items. Yeah. He was gonna just... everyone's wearing the high dense poise armor for a reason now. The fact he gets out of that is so stupid. I have 61,000 ruins. I don't even know where I got most of those. I know I spent most of them on upgrading that one weapon. I need ancient dragon smithing stones. This weapon ain't at its max power, by the way. It's at 24 of 25, which means if I get an ancient dragon stone and max it out, it should give me a decent amount of damage. Actually, that probably would be what pushes it over the edge. I am very close to making this thing peak. I don't even have to charge. It's just the charge builds up my damage. So I always seem to flip them at the end of it. You always seem to flip, no matter how high the poise is. The upward swing of the hammer always seems to cause them to flip. See, that means they have the wind talisman on. See, he's just gonna keep doing that, so I'll just... Yeah, they're just gonna run in wind. I should have healed. They're testing out the wind talisman. I got plenty of buffs. It's just when I catch them, it usually does mean the end, if I can keep them in it. But somehow he rolled out of the last hit. I gotta maybe after 2 bleed procs I should flip him up. That way I could back off. It's timing. There is timing within this build. I know I'm doing things wrong in some ways, because some people are like, I could take that build and really make it work. It's like, yeah, go for it, please. Make it work. It's a good build. The fact it gets buffed by, like, everything is just so stupid. I just charge in, literally. It could seriously just swing with it, too. Yeah, those pots are crap. I hate how they let you just use items and you get them back. Yeah, I don't like that. They should be not allowed to just get their shit back. That's what makes Invasion... That's why people are leaving the duels now. We're not doing duels anymore much. Because the fact you get to keep all your stuff... Nah. You should have to be farming that shit. You shouldn't have to keep it. It should be a risk to reward ratio. It's not fun, because I could just craft unlimited pots and start equipping them, and then I have all that shit in my inventory as unlimited. That's stupid. Because I have a shit ton of that crap. It's dumb. It should consume your items.
Hey!
See? Ooh! Yeah, don't forget that charge buffs my incantations too. So I literally just bit the dude's head off. It's like, okay, come here. Hum. Because remember, it buffs it as well. Those 3 talismans also buff my incantations. It's not a joke. You saw it yourself in my stats. It goes up to 500. So yeah, hope you have fun with that. Just bit that guy in half. Holy hell. Also, like and subscribe, blah blah YouTube bullshit, you know. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna call it here. But I'm gonna show you one more time the stat buffs I get from this. And yes, the buffs affect your incantations. That's why my Dragon Bite killed the poor bastard. Because it did more than 1,000 that it did. It just, that's how much HP had left after the initial bleed. And my build kind of ignores defenses. Because it goes right to the bleed buildup. It's not going to do much damage, I guess, melee-wise, but if you're standing in my shit, you're going to get hit. It's got 2 parts to set up, and the rest of the stuff is just the attacks you can do once you've powered up. Okay. Status-wise, yeah, I'm 1,034 and 3,085. Because of the DLC's thing. And then I give this bleed. Give myself Vow. Status-wise, I'm now 1,300 and 442. And if I do this, and now my stats is 500 and 4,889. Yes, that is true. Now, if I use anything else, dragon-wise, it's going to do a lot of damage because it got buffed by the status of 500. And then it starts to go down and diminish. Now people are thinking probably like, oh, this is all good and all, but this right here could be changed out to blood excitation, right? Because this Lord of Blood's excitation, because I'm causing bleed, right? Why not? Then there's so much you can do with this. If you just want damage output, this thing can give you damage output. And it's not even maxed out yet. I'm going to end my stream and make a quick video about this. So I hope you enjoyed the stream, but I got a video to make and edit now, and hopefully you'll see that later. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for watching.